What up, nerds? I'm actually in this thing, but I didn't show up because I forgot because I'm bad at keeping track of schedules and stuff. But I am in this just like 15 minutes later. And I run a rad pasta-themed D&D campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Stick around for that one.
Here we go.
Anyway, hey guys, we're doing a different thing this time. There's apparently a recording stage option now for Discord, so
We're on stage.
it's kind of the same setup where we used to have this set up manually where only the host and the guest could talk, and then we'd have to unmute you. But now it's all automatic, so it's like a 1% better thing. So
Dude, every app is all the same these days. Like fucking Twitter added stories. Instagram added snaps. They're all just kind of the same at this stage, which I guess is good. It means you don't have to like use 5 different apps all to do different things. You just find the one you like and fuck with that one. But
yeah, you just delete most of them.
yeah,
That's what I did.
yeah, exactly. I hate apps. I hate I think I'm going to do this in my next video. I hate how everything needs an app these days. If you want to deliver parcels to my building, like as a delivery man, you have to download an app and scan into this like machine. And I'm just like, I just imagine being some asshole like trying to deliver it and having to read these like placards by these like trendy fucking San Francisco types.
Wait, I have a story about this because my apartment's the same exact thing. We have it's like a locker room with like barcodes and shit, and it's not even a room. It's just like a locker box. And the fucking boomer ass delivery drivers, like they don't, like we have a lot of old guys who deliver shit and like they don't understand this. So this has happened on 3 separate occasions where I'm getting something delivered and the same delivery guy, because you have to take a picture, the guy has to take a picture of the thing going into the box, like to show it's there. And 3 separate times he just took a picture of himself and then walked away with my package because he couldn't figure it out. And like, it's the funniest shit because like I get a notification and it's just this picture of this old guy.
I'm here.
He's looking so confused.
Yeah.
If I could find it, I'll send it in the chat. I don't want to dox the man, but it's pretty funny. it's kind of funny.
Great. I don't know. What's the worst apps you guys have seen? Like, what are the apps where it's like, hey, go download our cool app? And it's like, no, I'm not going to fucking do that. I don't want to give you my personal information. I swear, it's like just random stores will have an app. But not like a chain where at least kind of makes sense. Like if it's like a fast food thing, I don't like that, but at least it kind of makes sense. It's like, oh, you get rewards and deals and shit. You're totally have like selling all your information to them. But at least you'll like actually use that at least. But you go to like a small store that for some reason is like coded an app and it's like hasn't been updated in 2 years, but they still have the sign up for it. And it's like, I'm not going to sign up to your weird app just so I can see like, I don't know, basic information about the store. It's I don't know.
I hate that. I think we should simplify everything.
Yeah,
make things less confusing for my feeble little brain.
oh, there it is in the chat.
There he is.
That's kind of cursed.
It's the last thing Doplex is ever going to see.
I know.
Yeah. You can see this if you tune in live at discord.tonpodcast.com.
Ooh.
And I wanted to bring something up because you kind of reminded me of something else, which is, I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to dox myself here, but there's this store kind of close to where I work, and they were advertising, they had this banner out that said ridiculous prices because they're like going out of business or something. And obviously what they mean by that are that the prices are low.
Yeah.
Right.
But I kind of thought it'd be funny, like, if I were to take it literally and then just go in there and just be like, why is that only $5, you fucking idiot? Like, actually ridiculing them for it.
Yeah, I should have thought it was one of those words like you don't think about where it came from. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or like amazing. And you never really think about these words. It's like, oh, that just came from amaze or to ridicule or whatever. Patronize is a weird one. People say like, oh, I'm going to patronize the store. And I'm like, you're going to be mean to it?
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're going to go there and be a patron.
Yeah, it reminds me, I know, I have to say this every time. I know he's a disgraced comedian at this point and everything, but Louis C.K. had this really funny bit where he talked about how like people would describe like their coffee as awesome. And it's like, Really? Like, it inspired awe? You, like,
Oh, yeah. He did a whole bit, didn't he, about like how we just always reach for the top shelf. Like you never, it's always an extreme. You can never just say like, oh, that's pretty good. Like you never give it. It's why like IGN gives every game an 8 out of 10. You can never just say like a 6 out of 10 is still above average. Like that's still not bad. But we always,
Right.
it always, if it's not 9 or 10, it's fucking garbage.
well,
That's what's
yeah,
really
I
nice
mean,
when you see like people like YMS or you know like these reviewers or movie reviewers who give like kind of accurate scores where it's like 5 is purely average, which is probably like most of the stuff you see really, and anything above that is like
hey,
above
guys,
average or good.
JoCat is here.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Oh,
How do I
how about it?
how do I add him to this?
Here, let me see if I could do it.
Yeah, because this is like a brand new. Oh, he wants to speak.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I even
Hello.
put on my phone. Hello. Sorry. Thank you for the patience. I am. Oh, geez. I am incredibly embarrassed. Hello.
All right. Well, now that JoCat's here, should we
Should we start this
should
proper?
we not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joe, when you're recording, let us know, and we'll go ahead and do another clap sync.
Bop, bop, bop.
Let's
There we
see.
go. Okay. I am recording. If I ever meet you guys in real life, you have full permission to slap me.
I won't do that.
I won't. I couldn't do that.
Well, I was going to do that anyway, but I'm glad for the permission.
No, but you can. You can though. Even if you don't,
No,
All right.
you can.
I would not.
I want you to know.
I would never slap a man.
You're allowed. After last time, and then I was like, I'm gonna make it this time, and then I didn't. Like a fool.
Well, you did.
Yeah, here now. It's all
because
that
you're
matters.
here. I'm talking to you.
Well, not on time though.
So you're here.
Don't worry, I've been wrangling with daylight savings for the last few weeks, so I've also been all over the place. It's all good. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. And I'm just kind of like this.
What do you mean wrangling with it? Like what? You're like struggling with the concept? Or?
Yeah, I'm always so fucking confused. I never know if daylight saving, like you say we are in daylight savings. I never know if that means it's forwards or backwards. Because you're almost
What are we saving it for?
farmers, I think. I don't know. I'm always.
Oh.
I got a really dorky mom style way to remember this.
Here we go.
Okay. So you spring forward, right? Like you don't spring backwards.
Yep. Okay.
And you fall backwards. You could fall forwards, but you're more likely to fall backwards.
Okay. Well, we say autumn here, so that doesn't work.
Oh.
You're more likely to autumn backwards.
All right. So you should probably introduce the guest. JoCat, can you start the show?
How do we start?
However you like.
Any way you want.
You can start as many different ways as you want. You can even introduce the wrong show if you want.
Yeah,
okay.
you could sing a song. Introduce the wrong show. Do whatever you want, man. It's
How about we roll for initiative then? I like to do that. Do you guys have
Okay.
dice on handy?
I can actually. Yeah, hold on. Let me go get mine.
I don't know where mine are, but I do have dice somewhere.
You guys, it's an audio recording. You can just pretend that you have them.
Yeah, I have
Add in a
dice.
dice sound effect.
Oh wait, hold
Okay,
on. I
yeah.
just forgot you can do. Hold on. Hey
Here.
Siri, roll a d20.
Okay, 19.
All right, bud.
It was a 20.
All right. I got a 2.
And now my headphones aren't working. Yay.
Wait, really? Well, I guess you couldn't respond to us if they're not working. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Hold on, my headphones are fucking dead. Okay, back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Joe, do you want to do anything with that information that we just gave you?
Who rolled highest? I guess.
So I rolled a 20.
Uh,
My Bluetooth headset got overtaken by Siri when I asked her, so which is why
Right.
I went AWOL there. But I did roll a 20.
Oh, okay. So I guess you are the highest in the initiative order.
I've got 2 decks.
Rolled.
So
I rolled. Oh, 2 decks. Okay. Nice. Nice.
The way that your accent pronounced that.
Yeah, they say you had 2 dicks.
yeah, basically,
Nice.
but
Hell yeah.
I pretty much do with how long it is.
So I guess since you're going first, what do you do on your turn? You have a full action, a bonus action, and a free action.
Okay, I'm gonna what's my movements? No, oh, I'm sitting, so I guess
Movement should be 30 feet. That's
I'm
the
sitting,
standard,
though.
I'm pretty sure.
currently.
You are sitting, so it's probably gonna. I would consider that prone, so you have to use half your movement to get up.
Yeah, okay, I'll do half a movement. I'm gonna get up, walk around my room a little bit, pace, think. And then I'm going to introduce the show with JoCat, Doplex, and Lars from Norway. Welcome to the first podcast. That's actually just my free action. I guess now I'll I'm gonna just do bardic inspiration on Doplex if that's all right.
Oh, sick.
I'm assuming that like means something. Like I don't play D&D, so
yeah. Well, I'm only level 3, so like it gives Doplex an extra D6 on any. I'm also College of Valor. So anyway, well, it doesn't matter. We can figure this out when it's Doplex's turn.
Okay.
But I will pass my turn to Doplex.
All right. Well, I did roll
19.
so I guess I would be next. For my turn, I choose to change into some shorts. It's getting a little warm in here. And then I go and I take a sip of my water. Then I sit back down. I enjoy a couple little Sour Patch Kids. I eat them, and then I continue on with the show. Then I pass it on to Lars.
Oh, what am I supposed to do here?
You just say what you do. What do you do?
doing, Lars?
I shoot Doplex in the head.
Just
You say you shoot me in the head?
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Where is it?
What?
Where is it?
You bleed out and succumb to your wounds. No, that's Joe. That's a reference to a previous episode where we yeah, because we had last time we were going to do this, and you had a personal emergency, so we just ended up doing the episode by ourselves. We actually played a kind of a like scuffed game of D&D, and I kept shooting everyone in the head, and it's just like it was really stupid, but the more times I did it, the funnier it became. Like
Amazing.
yeah. Anyway,
sorry. Well, yeah, sorry. This time there wasn't an emergency. It was purely my incompetence and forgetfulness. So I take full responsibility for that.
Which
Yeah, it
in
happens.
some states that is an emergency.
What, forgetting?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to make you feel better. But hey, it's okay. You're here now.
Well, I'll feel better once we get going. So
wait,
yeah.
yes.
awesome.
Hold
Yeah.
on. God
Yes.
damn it. That bit wasn't recording because of my headphones.
Oh.
This is
oh well,
we do have Craig.
good thing we got Craig as the recording bot.
Thank you, Audition, for just canceling that because my headphones changed. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. Let me.
Yeah.
That is a feature.
Yeah. Were you recording? Would you like to not record anymore? We can do that if you want. All right, we're recording. Sorry about that. Clap sync in 3, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
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 So we kind of jumped into this cold. Joe, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Yeah, so in case you don't know, I go by JoCat online. I am, I guess, a content creator, general content creator. I
General content
like
creator?
to call myself an animator, but it never feels right. But I am best well known for the Crap Guide series, more specifically the Crap Guide to D&D, but most people don't know. I actually also made a Crap Guide to Monster Hunter before that, and I also do a variety of content on YouTube and a variety of streaming on Twitch. And yeah,
And you like
that is me.
girls.
I do like girls. That video popped off.
Yeah,
it
you got
did.
like 2 million views on that, bud. That's
It's insane. Like, people like memes, man. People like memes,
Yeah.
and they like girls, and they like animation. So I guess this was a perfect storm. You know, funny thing, that video has gotten more hate than like literally all of my other videos combined.
It was just like a bunch of people like, ew, you like girls? What the fuck?
Well, part of it is joking, right? Because I think I disappointed a lot of the gay men in my audience. But also like, you know, it's definitely cringe fuel, you know, like the drawing myself with a bunch of fictional hot women giving me bedroom eyes and a self-insert character. You know, that's typical cringe fuel, right?
yeah.
So
not anymore. Not anymore. I feel like we discussed this. We discussed this on the podcast before. How there was like a time where something as simple as like saying like, I like Sonic the Hedgehog because he has cool shoes, that would get you like ridiculed and bullied in high school. Whereas like now you can kind of like anything. And it doesn't matter.
Well, that's their mindset, right? Is they never grew out of it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I've always felt that like it's not so much the hobbies themselves, it's more just the type of people they would like, you know, who would draw those people in. So like World of Warcraft, which I played religiously and sort of still do. Like it wasn't so much that people hated World of Warcraft, I thought it was dumb or whatever. It was just that was like there was consistently people who played World of Warcraft who you could mock.
Yes.
Because they had, you know, bad social skills or whatever it was. And so it's like everyone you knew from high school who played World of Warcraft was a loser. And so you just kind of like, as soon as you know that you can just associate that with anyone who plays it. So I feel like that growing up it was kind of just an easy way to categorize people by like their interests. But these days everyone plays video games and likes all sorts of shit, so you can't even really be like, oh, you play video games, what a loser. It's like, no, everyone does that now.
Fucking weirdo.
Speaking of WoW, by the way,
wow,
I'm gonna bring something up because okay, this isn't gonna make too much sense to anyone else who doesn't play, but if you do play, I just wanted to point out 2 days ago I got the achievement for 100 exalted factions, which
you're a fucking loser.
I know. So that just I don't want to put a number on it, but I will just say that achievement takes a tremendous amount of time. Like you can be smart with it, but that is quite a task, and it's not something I like have been working on just like this year, because I played the game off and on for about the last decade. And so I'll just like every expansion I'll get some of the factions. I realize people who don't play WoW don't care about this at all, but
I care about. As someone who doesn't play WoW, could I get some context on what that means?
Okay, so in the game there are groups of characters that are called factions, and they're like
so like different like clans or different like groups of individuals or whatever, and you raise your reputation with them through various means, like doing quests for them or handing in items or this or that.
Yeah.
And there's different ranks. At the highest you can be with someone as exalted, and usually that's where they give you like the best rewards. But so to get 100 to max, like I didn't even know there was 100. That's how many like it takes to get there. That and it takes a lot of grinding. So god damn it, Lars, you're a fucking loony. But I respect that. Actually, that's it. Well, that's a good question. What's everyone's biggest
Freaking
like
loser.
gaming achievement? Like, what's the grindiest or like the thing you're like, damn, that was a fucking impressive feat to get to that you guys have done?
I mean, I'm kind of a weirdo when it comes to video games. Like I've told you this before, kiddos.
You've never
but,
actually
like,
played one.
Yeah, I've never played a video game. No, so I play a lot of fighting games, but like solo, like that's what I've been into lately. You know, just like playing like I've been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat, and in Mortal Kombat 11, you can get these severed heads of the characters, and in order to get their severed head, you have to perform a fatality on them like 25 times. So I have almost all the characters, and that's like what I'm going for. And it's funny because like when I first got the game, I was like, I'm never gonna do this shit. Like when am I ever gonna have time for this? And now I'm like
did you know?
3/4 of the way there, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the loser. It's me.
Well, I feel like
achievement though.
I also kind of think it's a lot more acceptable at the moment to have these kind of nerdy achievements, just because it's like we're at the probably close to the end of it, but we're still in the pandemic at this point. So like people got a lot of spare time.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, how good. Not oh yeah, sorry, JoCat, did you have any crazy gaming achievements that you think you're like, yes?
Not achievements, but since the pandemic I've definitely got my own MMO. I'm a filthy it's funny, I feel like I'm behind enemy lines because I play Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, that's
a good one
players.
too.
Yeah.
No, I played Final Fantasy for a bit. I didn't quite get into it too much, but more just because I didn't quite have time. But I did like it for the bit I did play it.
Yeah, it is. It is. First impressions of it are rough, and I actually had been on and off playing it for like many years, but it never grabbed me until now when I finally like, oh, the story's actually good when you get through the. Am I allowed to swear on here? I don't know.
Yeah,
you can swear.
Okay, I was gonna say the bullshit, boring like first like main game before the first expansion is so boring, man. There's like, I think it's also because I hate reading, probably.
Yeah,
I think that's where I got kind of caught up. Like I like the combat and like the world was cool, but then just a lot of the like reading and story was just like, it's okay. I kind of like more Western fantasy as well, but I have heard the story gets genuinely amazing.
Yes.
At max level, yeah.
The problem is, it being an MMO does the story no favors. Like, I think it's a good story that could have been told in a book, but it is still a good story nonetheless, and I really don't like it gets good after so-and-so hours, because I believe maybe it should get good after 0 hours, but Final Fantasy is definitely, unfortunately, one of those games, and it's up to you if you're willing to trudge through A Realm Reborn to reach Heavensward when it starts to get good, or fork over more money to story skip to that point.
I've heard that about a few Final Fantasy games where like they say it gets good like 100 hours in. It seems like a consistent thing with the series.
They're probably telling the truth, but God, like, can we just have it
just be
good
Stockholm
from the
syndrome at that
get-go?
point.
You know?
Well, I was actually going to ask, is Final Fantasy 14, is that because I never played 14, but is 14 like real-time action, or is it like
yes,
turn-based?
it is. It's basically, it's a WoW clone. It's tap targeting. It's, you know, a little bit slower because it's got a 2.5 second global cooldown. But it's played a little bit differently. But if you know how to play WoW, you know how to play Final Fantasy 14.
I went ahead and looked it up, by the way, Joe, and it says, like, I typed in Final Fantasy 14 factions, and I think the closest analog in that game is going to be
Beast Tribes?
Grand Companies.
Oh, Grand Companies. Okay.
Like, you align yourself with a faction, you do like missions for them.
And you like grind out reputation and put in like a bunch of points and stuff.
Yeah, it's literally just reputation points.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so imagine doing 100 of those. That's what Lars did.
But on a much smaller scale.
Oh, amazing. We have 3.
yeah, because we have there's like 100 in WoW. But they, for the most part, they take like a week, not of like playtime, but like they'll probably take you about a week to finish up.
Still though, 100.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it did take me 10 years.
Did you get Ravenhold to max as well, Lars?
No, I can't bring myself to do that.
Okay, you're not that insane.
Yeah, because, okay, so again, this might not make super sense to people who don't play WoW, but basically, to get max exalted with Ravenhold, you have to turn in, like, thousands and thousands of lockboxes from really old content. And it's like, I think it's like a gag faction, honestly. I think
it was a faction that was added in the base game that they clearly wanted to do something with, but then just like never did.
Yeah.
You know, like the story never quite like went in the way, but they're still just there for some reason. You know, like the classic WoW is an amazing game, but it's very like janky in a lot of ways. Like they obviously didn't really know entirely what they were doing, so they added in factions and added in this and that and the next thing. And a lot of it didn't go anywhere. And that's one of the things that didn't go anywhere. But if you want to, you can raise the reputation to max level. And the only way to do that is, I think you have to be a rogue and you have to pickpocket lockboxes.
Well, technically,
random NPCs.
You can get a rogue to do it for you and send you the lockboxes.
They have to send it to you. So any class can do it, but you have to pay a rogue or level 1 yourself.
This is all really nerdy, like... Let's just say it takes a long time. Unless
this is nerdy shit. Let's talk about D&D instead.
Yeah, well, you guys play football, right? We all play football here.
I used to.
No.
That's the one where they do the hole in one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like when you you guys score any good
footballs?
Yeah,
I think it's called footballing.
Yeah, I've told stories about on this podcast about how I played football in high school.
Right.
Yeah. How many home runs did you get?
Yeah. Tell us.
God, I know you guys are joking, but I really hate that sports ball attitude. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah, it is overplayed.
Yeah, it is. I know. Well, I was doing it on purpose. And
yeah, same.
Lars didn't want to play along.
You know what else is overplayed? Football. Let's change the subjite.
Okay.
I'm nothing if not a joke regurgitator.
Yeah. We all kind of, I mean, hence my fucking cursed sound bites that I have here.
$19
on the ready at all
Fortnite
times.
card. Who wants it?
Anyway, so should we do you guys want to play Dungeons and Dildos? What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Can I tell a quick story before we do?
Yeah, of course, Lars. You could tell 3 stories and that's it.
Well, I only have one.
Well, come up with 2 more.
Well, we want to hear 2 more. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so wait. Side note: maybe should we save that for the end of the podcast, and then we could up until then we could ask interesting questions of our guest.
Well, no, because it's just like a quick throwaway story that like it's not worth leading up to.
No, not your story. I mean the Dungeons and Dildos.
Oh yeah, let's save that for the end of the episode. I think that'd be a good way to go out.
Yeah, good way to wrap it up.
Okay.
For reference, he's calling it Dungeons and Dildos because that's the name he came up with on the spot a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure why. Anyway.
Very funny, Doplex.
Thanks,
Dungeons and Doplex, that's what it should be.
Oh. Fuck.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Sorry, Lars.
God damn it.
Lars, what's your story?
Okay. So, are you guys familiar with the band Hoobastank?
It sounds familiar.
Okay.
From name alone, I can't say I've heard any of their music.
I literally only know them because they had fucking Yahoo emotes when I was a kid.
Yeah. This is a 15-second story. I wanted to bring it up because I just remembered it. It was just like a bizarre moment from my childhood. So we had this family friend who would occasionally give me rides somewhere when my parents couldn't. And one day she was like, she was the type of Christian who goes out of her way. I'm not saying this to shit on Christians, but she's the type of Christian to kind of go out of her way to be like chatty and conversational in a way that like really only Christians do. Have you guys ever experienced this before? Where they like,
yeah.
And so I think she was trying to like relate to me or something. And she was like, you know what, Lars? I discovered this new band recently and it's called Hoobastank. You ever heard Hoobastank? You know, the guys that sing The Reason? And
sounds like a sex position.
A hard ER.
And it was funny because like it was just an amusing situation where part of me wanted to correct her, but part of me also thought like this isn't really that important of a band. Like it's like I don't even really care. So I was just like, yeah, Hoobastank, yeah, they're all right. And that's the end of the story.
Thanks for
good story, Lars. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Do you have any Hoobastank stories, JoCat?
Yeah.
No, surprisingly enough, I know.
Do you want to make one?
All over the place now. Them kids are talking about Hoobastank.
Should we do a Hoobastank RPG?
No,
yeah, we can play each member of the band.
Okay.
All right, that'll be how we do it.
Yeah, for reference, if you guys don't know who Hoobastank is and you're listening to this, they're like a pop music footnote. Basically, they weren't really important. They were just kind of there for about a year.
Yeah, they weren't very good.
You probably heard them at like Target back in the 2000s, like at some point, because they were popular for a year and then they just kind of fell off. But yeah,
I wonder what they're doing these days.
I don't. I'm okay, just never researching that. All right, let's talk about JoCat. That's he's nice enough to grace us with his presence. We should get into his content.
That's true.
We should kiss his forehead. And see what secrets it holds.
Come here, JoCat.
Oh,
let's talk about Dungeons and Dragons because I want to.
Yeah,
tell us your history with Dungeons and Dragons. How did you get into it and when?
Are you a dungeon or are you a dragon?
I'd like to consider myself a dragon.
Or the ampersand.
Sorry, continue.
I'm actually a fairly new player, believe it or not. That at least by most standards, because I only started 4 years ago. Back when I was in college, I think my second year in college was when I was walking in some woods with some friends, just like chilling out and hanging out at the end of the year, and we finally had a chance to hang out. So we just walked through like a big woody area that was by the college, and we were just talking about because we're all nerds and gamers and stuff, and we had played RPG video games, and we knew the archetypical like RPG classes, and we were like, what kind of class would you be? What would be your stats? And then we talked about, I would be this and that and this, and then one of us brought up the topic like, we should just play D&D because D&D's been around forever. How have we not played it? And so that summer we got together and we played D&D, and we were awful at it and misread a lot of the rules, probably misplayed a bunch, and role played horribly, and I was hooked ever since.
Yeah, that's how it started for me as well, and probably most people. Was you just like, man, I really like video games, but what if I played the purest form of video game? It's also just, I don't know, it just wasn't really around for me as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear these cool stories of like, oh, my dad or like my uncle or something was into it when he was a teenager or whatever, and he like gifted us his old set, and then we looked through it and we started playing it. But yeah, I never had that. Growing up in rural New Zealand, unsurprisingly, not a lot of people playing D&D.
Because it was an expensive hobby. You had to like buy books. When you're a kid, you can't buy anything. So like,
yeah,
you need to buy the books. You need to like have some sheets of paper.
Yeah, that's the most expensive part. And just like the massive stigma around it, which is like stupid. I don't think I cared about that. I do remember I had a D&D board game when I was like 13, but it was just like one of those like, oh, here's just the combat kind of very simplified in board game form with no role play. and like some pre-made maps. It was fun.
Oh,
And I remember being like, I'm playing D&D, but I didn't realize that like that wasn't actually D&D.
you know what? That's actually
You're
an
playing Don't
interesting.
Wake Daddy.
Okay, here's a question for the podcast. I have noticed that over the years, my caring about what other people think in terms of my hobbies and entertainment choices has gone way down.
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
that that's just because of aging, or do you think that's a societal thing?
I think it's both.
I think it's definitely societal because the generation that grew up with that, with their parents doing all these shunned and weird hobbies, have had kids now. You know, like they've had kids, and we've grown up with parents that do this stuff, or just more people accepting it in general. Like, remember, I always remember, there are all these interviews and articles about how even books were shunned because people didn't want word of mouth storytelling to go awry, or when movies first came out and people were like, oh, this is demon technology. It's a phase. And I think as a society, we're past that phase where nerdy things like video games, D&D, tabletop role playing has weirded out because people are just tired of it, and there's not enough to, like, people get upset about a thing, and then eventually over time they're just like done getting upset over it.
Yeah.
Then they also just try it and they realize it's actually fun. Like they just kind of shit on it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was saying earlier about like people who play World of Warcraft, like they just see the people who play it who are willing to like sink the time into learning these complex systems and be like, oh, they must be, all those people are kind of weird. I don't want to be a weird person. But then over time, like they eventually try it and they're like, oh, this is actually fun as fuck. Why was I ever against this?
By the way, DMX just died.
Oh,
Where were you when DMX died?
damn.
Rest in
Right
peace.
here. That sucks. I'm actually
R.I.P.
damn, RIP.
Yeah, no
RIP
joke.
DMX. Damn.
Well, thanks for cutting that
thanks
conversation
for that,
short.
Lars. You couldn't wait until we were done. You had to drop this bombshell.
I'm realizing that was not necessarily the best time for that.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
can we go back to the topic we were talking about before?
Oh yeah.
D&D.
Yeah, let me let's
Oh, man.
let's let's backtrack. All right. So well, first RIP DMX.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
So, okay. So my path with this is when I was younger, I was pretty judgy about other people's activities.
Mhm.
We talked about this before, kudos. And over the years, I've become significantly less judgy. But I do think that young me had a point about some of the ways that people conduct themselves in these hobbies. Like, yeah, it's fine to play video games. There shouldn't be any stigma with that. But there's still like huge problems in there with like, especially guys, how they treat women when they're playing games together. And it's like, I realized like little me did have at least a cousin of a point back then. You know what I mean?
I think it's like I was saying before, where you see people who play video games or whatever, and they're like cringy or whatever word you want to use to describe them. So you're like, oh, I don't want. So I think that part of it is bad. Like just because someone likes someone, who cares? But if you don't like that thing because it attracts a lot of really, sexist or racist or homophobic or just shitty people in general.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit more reasonable. And I guess there are probably hobbies that do that more than others.
Yeah, I think that's not exclusive to any hobby, really. I think every hobby has its weirdos and strange people that give it a bad name. Like, you just gotta kind of have to look at the hobby on its own as it is rather than what the people that it attracts,
Yeah, exactly.
I think that a lot of things are a lot more widespread with like the internet. Like, like everybody has Twitter, Instagram, or whatever the fuck. And like you can see like so many other people are into the same shit. And
that are just normal people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, obviously back when we were kids, like, you're on the playground and you have like, oh, I played Kingdom Hearts last night and it was really fun. Like, oh, you like that fucking anime shit? I don't have time. I'm too busy making money. But it's an 8-year-old saying that. You guys ever have kids like that in school that are like, I don't have time for video games.
Hustlers.
I'm too busy talking with girls.
Yeah. But they're not.
About Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Meanwhile, girls are thirsting over like Axel and...
Yeah. They're drawing the fucking what's the stuff that yaoi or whatever.
Oh, yaoi.
Oh yeah, don't act like you don't know. Oh, what is it called?
I want to make sure I was saying it right. You know what I'm saying.
Do you guys also have a female friend growing up who was obsessed with yaoi and would force you to watch it because she thought it was funny to make you watch it?
No.
No, but I did have a fair amount of female friends that were big into anime and, along that kind of wavelength, very anime fangirl, annoying. I say that knowing that
Smelly.
they're probably fine people now.
Right.
But, when you're a kid, everyone's annoying.
I have something which I'm curious to know if you guys have experienced this as well. Because you mentioned Axel, and
of course, Axel Rose from
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, Axel Rose from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. So, okay. So this reminded me of an observation I had the other day, where I've noticed that if I experience a media property in my formative years, and then it continues past those years, it's kind of weird to see, like, it's bizarre where, like, the character development goes and stuff. Like, it's weird to me because when I was, like, a young kid, I was playing Kingdom Hearts 2, and Axel was, like, this he was a nobody, not a Heartless, a nobody, part of Organization 13.
Right.
And, like, now as an adult, he's like... He became like a normal human being.
Don't
and
spoil
he's
it. I didn't finish Kingdom Hearts 3.
And he's this isn't a spoiler.
Oh.
But he like became a human being. He's going to become like a Keyblade master and stuff. It's like, it's weird to see him doing that now. It's just bizarre. I also feel this way about like Bolvar being the Lich King in WoW now, but then he's not.
Yeah. I really like that whenever, like, just you grow up with these characters and see them develop and change. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
And WoW, it's really cool. I do see what you mean, though. There are certain characters where, especially because Bolvar was just, like, a random NPC they created. But I do think that's cool as well, that they can just create an NPC and it just, like, fans, like Saurfang, how Saurfang's literally in all these cinematic trailers for WoW now. He was literally just one NPC they made it to hand a quest into for the Silithus thing in Classic.
But I think it's kind of especially unusual because in Wrath of the Lich King, like, they kind of wrapped up, like, the Lich King story came to an end, and then it's like, oh, but then it's like there's more. It's like it's strange, dude. I like it, but it's weird.
I suppose for something like WoW, like so many of the first few years of it were all like leaning on the RTS games and like all the sort of lore and knowledge from them, and then that all dried up, and like all the baddies from that had been killed, and it's like, oh fuck, what do we do now? So then they're trying new things, and people don't really resonate with it as much. So they're like, oh shit, we need to go back to the things people used to like. The Lich King's back. Yeah, it's that kind of thing.
It happens a lot in media, like especially video games, where like franchises will just go on for so long, and then eventually they have to like loop back around because they've completely lost the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they think this is like, oh, people, they're desperately trying to like reverse engineer their success.
Well, yeah, it's the Mr. Blocky problem.
Yeah, but they're trying to be like, okay, well, even like the Lich King, that was like the best expansion. So maybe if we bring him back, that'll be it.
It's the Nerf King.
I do not envy their position though, because like figuring out where do we go from here, like,
to be fair, I think because Legion was one of my favorite expansions. So I think they were actually right
awesome
in that case. Like, it was a good call. But
Legion was amazing.
Yeah.
And then
I also think
BFA was not.
Shadowlands is really good. Like,
yeah, so I've heard. People have been enjoying it.
Battle for Azeroth was terrible, but yeah.
Is that the meme now? Is it like every other expansion is good?
Pretty much. Yeah. That's actually genuinely, because like the first two were good, then Cataclysm was kind of average, and then Mist was actually surprisingly good, and then Warlords sucked.
Warlords is
terrible.
I think people say the worst, right?
And then Legion was awesome, and the BFA sucks. Yeah, Warlords is by far the worst.
It's kind of like one off, one on. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it really is, which means the next one's going to suck. So
yeah, people are clenching their buttholes for the next
one. Yeah. Anyway, sorry for talking about World of Warcraft. Let's talk about Doplex.
Oh yeah, Doplex, our lovely esteemed guest.
Sorry, let's talk about JoCat. Let's talk about JoCat.
Okay.
Oh,
I enjoyed this listening.
Yeah,
I don't even know what we were talking about before we went on the tangent.
Okay, what's your favorite pasta? What would you say is
pasta.
like god tier
Ooh.
pasta? Yeah.
A while ago in high school, I had this like bacon wrapped chicken Alfredo,
Okay.
and it was delicious. And I wish I could find the recipe for it because it was super tasty. We had like long flat noodles, and it was very filling though. But man,
Wait,
it was delicious.
so
Ooh.
the way that you said that makes it sound like this is a recipe lost to time, but you're talking about something fairly basic. I think you could probably recreate that.
Oh yeah, probably. But
Okay.
I'm a horrible cook is the thing, and I need to follow
That specific
recipe with pictures to color in crayon
Yeah.
I
in order
getcha.
for me to actually understand how to do stuff, because even something very simple, you would think I could cook it, but lo and behold, I'll eat it myself, and then I'll have to go sit on the toilet for the rest of the day.
Just re-roll your character,
Yeah.
so you got a bit of cooking
man.
stat.
Yeah, I guess we should, because I think all three of us are pretty good cooks, so I guess we should check our privilege on that.
Yeah.
Our cooking privilege. I like to
Yeah,
eat.
not all of us are born inherently good at making things, putting warm things with other warm things, and making it not ruin your stomach.
Hey, John, like inside info on how to cook good. This is works for literally anything. Fat, salt, and sugar make anything taste better. Just
Also,
use
onions.
one or two of those
cheese.
in anything.
Yeah, just drop like half a
Onion,
stick of
cheese,
butter
garlic.
in whatever you're frying, and then
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
Literally, that is like that's why vegetables taste good at restaurants, because they just fucking drench them in butter.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
I don't like that actually. I don't like
Yeah.
that. Like
Oh.
I prefer vegetables to be fairly plain, like especially
Yeah.
like cooked ones. Like I like salt and pepper, maybe some lemon pepper, and that's like really it. I feel like anything beyond that, it stops tasting like vegetables, and I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Do you guys ever see like those like cooking videos on Twitter where someone's making something and it looks nice and delicious, and then they just like vomit a big old pile of cheese on it, and I'm like, oh, you ruined it now.
Yeah, they just fuck
I
it
hate
up.
that.
And I like cheese, right? But like,
Right.
come on, you didn't have to drench this thing in this horrible.
Yeah, I hate that whole like Instagram. I think they're called like stunt like meals or whatever. Like that, it's stuff that's only made to look good on Instagram to get people
Yeah.
to go to restaurants or whatever, and it looks fucking awful because it's like I
Yeah.
hate those ones where it's like a candy taco, and it'll be like
Ugh.
a taco made of candy floss and then
Ew.
filled with like
Oh, that
chocolate
doesn't look
sauce
appetizing at all.
and like
It's disgusting.
it's just like 10 different sweets together
Yeah.
that like don't complement each other in any way, and it's like ugh.
It's also
Like,
really
it looks cool, I guess.
uncreative too. It's like a lot of them are literally just variations of a cheese and bacon dish. Like that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
true.
cheesy bacon blasters, and it's like you could try something else.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, macaroni cheese
With
and
bacon.
Now it's a taco
Yeah.
in a bowl with bacon. It's
Oh, actually, macaroni and cheese taco sounds delicious.
Oh yeah, that sounds like
where's
a pretty
that?
good
Where's that
combination.
Instagram cooking video?
You could probably find
I'm
it.
gonna come with the fucking hottest take of the century. I don't really like macaroni and cheese that much.
That's
Get
okay.
out.
It's okay.
No, it's
That's
okay. He said
alright.
he didn't like it. He didn't say it was bad.
That's true.
No,
yeah.
it's fine. It's just
but
like
still, that's weird.
it's okay.
He can have trash taste. It's fine.
Like, do you
Yeah.
not like the macaroni, or you don't like the cheese? What is it?
I don't really like pasta in general. Like I don't mind pasta. I've
What?
had some really good pastas.
This is
but
confusing.
I always feel really bloated and like shitty afterwards.
What's your
What
favorite?
pasta are you
Well,
eating?
okay, well you don't like pasta, so maybe that. What
Yeah.
about you two other guys? Do you? What's your favorite pastas?
Okay, so I'll answer this, but I just want to clarify. I think that it's a mistake that a lot of restaurants make to like fuck you up with a pound of pasta in your dish. It's a lot better served, I think, somewhat sparingly because it's very filling.
True. I can agree with that.
Mm.
Okay,
I agree.
and the best kind of pasta is mac and cheese, of course.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese is pretty good. I don't know, man. I like a good I like a good spaghetti or like a good bolognese. You know,
Yeah.
like I feel like you can't go wrong with a good spaghetti.
When I say mac
that's
and
my
cheese,
jam.
by the way, I don't mean Kraft out of the box mac and cheese like the.
Sure.
Well, I would hope not.
No, I'm talking about like making a roux and like just doing it binging with
Mm.
Babish style.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Make
that
your own
mac and cheese,
cheese.
but I wouldn't really go out of my way to like do it. But like if I went to someone's house and they said that to me, I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, this is good." It's just like not my go-to, I guess.
Right. Okay, that's fair.
For the record, I like a bacon, chicken and bacon Alfredo.
I can't-
It's like my favorite kind of pasta.
I can't tell if this conversation is really interesting or really boring. Like, what are we doing?
It's
I
fucking
was
awful.
just trying to break the ice. All right.
Okay.
All right. You guys want to play Dungeons and you guys want to play dildos and Doplex?
What,
JoCat,
actually play?
what's
Just
your-
like make an impromptu game?
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, the way that we were doing it on the episode was obviously like
Not D&D.
Two people who'd never played D&D before.
Yeah, we were just kind of winging it, and we weren't like we didn't set up characters or anything. We just kind of like role played playing Dungeons and Dragons.
How about should we role play us going into an Italian restaurant and ordering some pasta?
Yes.
Yeah, JoCat, you can DM it. You can IRM it, Italian restaurant master it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, firstly, before we do that, I guess we can quickly, really quick, make characters. And
Okay.
so, Doplex,
Yeah.
I'll let you choose. There are 6 stats in D&D: Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, Wisdom, Intelligence, and Charisma.
Okay.
I'm going to let you choose 2 things to be good at, and 2
All right.
things to be average at, and 2 things to be bad at.
Okay. I want to be really good at charisma.
Charisma, okay.
Yeah.
And
I
what
want to
else?
be really good at charisma and strength.
Strength, strong and charismatic, like a
Yeah.
paladin. All right.
Oh, cool.
Like a
yeah,
beer.
That's me.
2
Yeah,
things
like,
that you are
I'm a
bad
bear. That I'm bad at. What were my options again?
at. So what's left are dexterity, so your hand-eye coordination, your reflexes.
Okay.
Constitution, basically how easily winded you are, how tough you are, how long you can hold your breath, things like that.
Okay.
Wisdom, so your senses and your like kind of personal intuition, your street smarts.
Okay.
Intelligence, your knowledge, your ability to recall information, that sort of stuff.
Okay. Damn. All right. I'll be bad at wisdom and my reflexes. Make it
Okay.
interesting.
So bad at dex. Let me just write down this quick character sheet. So Doplex is good at strength and
Wait, do you want to be called
Charisma?
Duplex, or do you want to come up with a name for this?
oh yeah,
I think we play ourselves. That way we don't have to
Yeah,
think.
we'll play
Oh
ourselves.
no, because I wanted to be Rigatoni Robbins.
Oh, you could
Okay,
be.
you can be
that.
Tony Robbins, but you're otherwise yourself.
Okay.
That's probably the easiest.
You're just calling yourself that for no reason.
and what was
Everyone's like,
you said you were
confused by
bad at reflexes and what else?
and wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a charismatic, strong idiot.
Well, you're not an idiot. You're just oblivious to things. That's
okay.
the difference. A lot of people, it's a little confusing. People confuse wisdom and intelligence as the same thing. But like when you look at the sheet and what those stats attribute to, wisdom is put on things like animal handling or survival or perception. You know, things like hearing, seeing, your
Right.
intuition. Insight is one. So like you can check people's facial features to know what they're feeling or thinking and stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
All right, sweet.
Mr. Kudos, what would you like?
I'll be proficient at wisdom.
Okay.
And I was going to do charisma, but Toby already took that.
It's okay. You can be charismatic as well.
No, we got to be complimenting each other. I want to be, I'm going to be wise, but also have a high constitution, so I can tank a lot of pasta.
All right. And what would you like to be bad at?
I want to be dumb, so I want to have low intelligence, and let's just say I'm also low dex. I'm just a big pasta. I'm a big rolly pasta man.
Okay, you're gonna have trouble rolling up the pasta onto your fork and keeping it on there.
Oh, wow.
I find other ways to do it. Like I don't even use a fork. I just eat it like a soup,
Ooh. All right. And
like an Asian broth.
Last one, Lars, is it?
No, Rigatoni Robbins.
Sorry, Rigatoni Robbins.
From Norway.
Rigatoni. What are you good at?
Okay. I'm good at dexterity because I feel like I want to get to the pasta before the other two.
Right.
And
This is a cooperative game, Lars.
yeah, I think I'll be
Not playing Mario Party.
I think I'll be good at charisma because I'd probably have to like slip the maitre d a 20 to get into the restaurant faster than them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think strength is really like, I feel like an average person is going to have the strength to pick up a spoon and eat the pasta.
Oh, you'll see. You'll see,
All right.
motherfucker.
And so I'm going to take a penalty in strength and
Okay.
also in constitution, because I feel like I don't want to like max out my reputation here with pasta. I just want to eat a normal amount.
Max out your reputation. You've already got 100.
Hey, let me grab one of my piles of dice.
One of my homebrew Italian restaurants pre-cons I've already made.
Yeah. So let's see. Let me grab my trusty D20.
This is already way more
Do it.
involved than Doplex than I ever got when we were doing this before.
Exactly.
it,
This is
though.
what we're doing
I
with
like it.
professionals.
Yeah.
Do we,
All right,
do we need
so-
to have dice as well? Or is this you gonna roll for us?
I'll if you guys have dice, you can roll for yourselves.
I have virtual dice.
Virtual dice. Okay.
I think there's a website I can go to for that, right?
You could probably just like go on Google, like roll a D20, or like tell your phone.
Yeah.
Like,
There, I linked it in
Roll
the
a
chat.
D20. Oh yeah, Google has a built-in one. Cool.
yeah. I think I can
rolled
be
a
like,
13.
okay, Google.
So does
roll a
Siri does
D20
as well, and whatever Google's weird Android one is. I'm pretty sure everything just says
Alexa, roll a d20.
yes.
It said 11.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, there's a lot of trust involved here. All right, so our
Okay.
goal. What's
So-
our Italian restaurant themed goal? Let's hear it.
The goal is up to you guys. Whatever you plan to do. When
I
unless
plan
you
get
would
a
like to be
delicious
given
Italian,
a
give us a vague goal that involves an Italian restaurant and a pasta meal.
goal. Okay. Well, considering that currently is a pandemic, let's say for some ungodly reason you guys wanted to go to an Italian restaurant to
Okay.
get some pasta, and there are people there who are not wearing their masks.
Oh.
And this place, for some reason, has opened up without any mask regulations.
Oh.
This is going
I
to take
mean,
a lot
great.
of acting on my part.
So
because,
your guys'
we just
goal
don't have that here anymore.
is to try and have a nice dinner together, a nice dinner date with some friends that you haven't seen since the beginning of the pandemic, while avoiding these people who are not wearing masks.
Okay.
Okay.
And trying your best to, I don't know, try not to get infected. Actually, this might be insensitive. I don't actually.
Should we make it? How about this? Like an alternate history where that's just not even a factor.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Set in the pre-time. No, how about it's set here in Australia where we don't have the pandemic anymore.
You know what? Yeah,
guys are
let's set it
visiting.
where there's no pandemic.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of a proper conflict, because if you just go and eat some pasta, that's a.
No, that's great.
That's the funny
I
part.
like
Yeah.
that idea.
How
I kinda think that's
about-
really funny.
Wait, Doplex,
How
your
about
voice sounds super
the
stuffed.
waiters? Oh shit. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Hello?
It's just you sound like you have a cold.
What? Wait, I do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you sound like slightly robotic.
What the fuck? How about now?
No, same thing.
How about now?
Oh yeah, that sounds
Oh,
better.
that's better.
How about now?
You
No,
sound like
still robotic.
you're talking into a tube.
A
Yeah.
tube?
Yeah.
I didn't do
Oh,
anything.
get out of the tube, Doplex. That'll be it. Oh, Tom is a good idea. You have to steal the pasta gym.
That's a great idea.
It's a
Oh.
Italian-themed pasta heist.
Well, I also want to
Done
eat,
in
eat
exactly-
pasta though. Can we have it like a 2-stage thing?
Yeah, well, we'll get, that'll be our scoping the place out. We have to go and get a nice pasta meal, and scope it out,
Yeah.
and we have to do it all in 20 minutes.
By the way, I think
All
Doplex,
right.
this isn't the first time that your voice has randomly become tubular, like towards the end of the
Yeah.
episode.
That's weird.
Totally.
Yeah. I don't hear it because, I don't hear myself, but,
Mhm.
Okay.
I
We
mean,
can
it's
just-
not that bad. We can
Yeah,
just,
we
just
can
do
keep
it.
going.
Yeah.
okay.
We'll say you've got a long snout-like beak for your character.
Also, if it turns out this is a Discord only issue, this is going to make absolutely no sense in post, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
We'll just cut all that out.
Yeah.
Well, I can kind of do it artificially.
All right.
I don't know what's going on. What's happening with my voice? All right. There you go.
Okay.
JoCat,
You guys ready?
take us away.
So you guys arrive at an Italian restaurant called La Pizza de Pasta.
Okay. I want to check for traps.
You check for traps. Okay, well, you can roll me a wisdom check.
A nat 1. I'm not
nat
joking.
1. Seems pretty safe.
Can you explain what that
Guys,
means?
I think this Italian restaurant. I rolled a literal 1, which pretty much means you're guaranteed to fail no matter what you're doing.
Wait, aren't we rolling 2 dice?
No, you just roll 1.
No, just one.
Okay.
That's if you have advantage. So yeah, in case some audience members who are listening in, if you're curious why I'm doing just the main attributes, it's because there's like a bunch of skills that these are attached to. So normally you would roll a perception check, but that takes from wisdom anyway. So I'm just having you roll wisdom.
We'll just make it simple. Also, can I petition to add a vibe check as one of the stats we can roll as well?
Yeah, I'd say that can also be a wisdom check as well. Just checking out the vibe that you can.
All right, yeah,
tell
I'm gonna can I roll a vibe check?
Yeah, you could roll a vibe check.
A 2. What the fuck?
2. All right.
This sucks.
Vibes are off, right?
You can't really tell
means-
what vibe you are getting from here. There's a few people talking outside, chit chatting and stuff.
Okay, guys. No. Doesn't seem like there's any traps here. Vibe seems. Well, actually, I can't tell. Let's get some pasta. Steal the pasta, Jim.
By the way, Kudos, I think it's kind of funny because the vibe check meme, it's like it really fell off for a while, but it's been long enough that it's funny to me that you're using it again because it's like just outdated enough to be funny.
Also, no one's used it in a D&D context, which to me is always funny.
Yeah, so it's new again.
Yeah.
All right. So do you guys head on in then?
All right. Is it my turn? Can I make a move?
Oh, so this is right now. There is no combat right now, so anyone can just like speak up and do whatever they wish at any time.
Okay, I want to punch a hole in the wall to assert my dominance and just let everybody in the restaurant know that I have strength
Of the restaurant?
Wait,
Yeah, just straight up punch a hole.
We're trying to be stealthy. We're trying. I see Dopix going to punch the wall. I go and put my hand on his arm before he does it. Dopix, we're going to be sneaky. We're trying to steal the pasta, Jim.
I know, but
we can't be punching holes in the wall just yet.
Okay,
but I want everybody to know that I'm strong.
Can I go?
So are you going to punch the wall then, Doplex?
No, Kudos convinced me. I won't do it.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the logical thing. I'm gonna walk into the restaurant because it's probably open. I walk to pasta.
Yes, it is open.
Okay.
Now, of course, as you walk in, however, because Kudos failed his wisdom check to see if there are any traps, someone on the street comes up to you. Hello, sir. Would you like to try our new rewards program? And he comes up to you with a big sign and just a thick, just like pile of papers and tries to hand you one.
Dopix,
we walk into a GameStop by accident. All right, I punched the guy for asking.
Oh my god,
that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, give me a strength roll.
It's a woman, I think.
I got an
local
8.
woman puncher, Doplex.
An 8. You go to punch him, but he luckily sees it coming. He dodges and he quickly runs away, screaming.
Crisis averted, guys.
Oh no.
And there you go. There's no one, no longer a person in your way getting into the restaurant.
I mean, I know he's like a Scientologist or something. That seemed kind of severe.
Yeah, you didn't even know what the rewards program was for. You didn't finish.
Yeah, but I didn't want to know.
Let's go inside, boys.
All right. You head on inside, and you're greeted by the cashier at the front because this is actually a buffet where you can serve yourself whatever you wish and then pay on your way out.
I open the double doors at the front like Boromir. And is it Return of the King where he fucking pushes them open with both hands?
You guys are being so extra for such a normal mundane situation.
You can give me
it's D&D, man. That's what it is.
You can give me a charisma check for that.
All right. Oh, a 19.
19. Okay. At this strange gesture, it makes such a loud clanging noise that you push open the double doors. They don't actually have catchers, so they just boom hit the walls, and the entire restaurant goes quiet, and you pose, and everyone claps.
Hell yeah! All right, we've won over the patrons already. See, Dopix, that's how you win over the hearts and minds, not violence.
All right, I'll do better. I'll learn from you.
And
let's walk up to the cashier.
She greets you. Welcome to Pizza and Pasta.
Wait, when do you guys handle this? I'm not very charismatic.
So I asked the cashier, can we have a table for 3, please?
Oh, yes, of course. Here. And she hands you all just a little like stand with a number. It says 7. And she points over to the buffet area. You may serve yourself with some plates if you wish.
Okay, so I serve myself some pasta.
Okay.
Yeah, what types?
Yeah, what kind of pasta are you looking for?
I don't think I could call myself Rigatoni Robbins if I'm not getting rigatoni, so...
He gets hamburger helper.
Unfortunately, the rigatoni section is crowded with quite a few people. There's a long line, and just kind of people shuffling and pushing and shoving each other trying to get to the rigatoni pasta.
Stand back. I got this. I'm the strong guy.
You said that to the people.
I walk up and I reel back my fist real fucking hard.
God.
And my goal here is to hit every single person that's causing a ruckus, but with one single punch.
Okay.
I want to like force push everybody back.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Okay. I got a 15.
15. Okay, and with your additional being good at strength, that's actually going to add it up a little bit more. You easily punch each and every single person, like just like through the line. You just like tap them on the shoulder, and then they turn their head, and you punch them, and they drop. They drop to the floor, pretty much knocked out. Each and every single one, just going through the line. There's a poor teenager there who just got like broken up by his girlfriend or something. He's like, "What?" You knock him out. There's a dad who's like berating some like poor manager that he's the boss of on his phone. You pick him off, you punch him, and you make it to the front of the line with just a pile of just groaning bodies behind you, clutching at their cheeks. Nice. You are now at the front of the line at the rigatoni pasta section.
Cool, it worked. I did it.
There you go, rigatoni.
All right, I get some rigatoni.
Enjoy your pasta.
Thank you.
And now, as you pile on your pasta, it smells nice. Oh, it's great. And right as you're done, you look up from your tray, the tray that you were serving yourself, and you see one of the waiters who looks incredibly pissed off at you, who gestures over to the pile of groaning bodies clutching at their cheeks and goes, "What the fuck?"
Oh.
With that cadence.
I politely explained to the waiter that was Doplex and not me.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That makes it all right. We go sit down.
Well, yeah, I'm not responsible for it.
Yeah, but can I use my charisma here?
What would you like to do?
I'd like to smile real hard.
What are you attempting to do?
Basically, like make her forgive me for doing that, but like I also want to make her understand that I was simply enacting riot control, and I was trying to keep everybody calm by putting them to sleep with my elephantitis fist punch.
So yeah, you that's gonna be a charisma check. Yep.
Okay. Let's see. I got a 1.
A 1. Wow. She just like sighs, puts one hand on her hip, pinches her nose, and squints her eyes and looks down. Just please don't punch anybody else.
I say, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
She goes to help everyone on the floor, and she every now and then, every time you catch eyes with her, she gives you like a death stare. But, you guys were able to help Rigatoni get his rigatoni.
All right.
Cool.
We go sit down. As we're eating our delicious pasta, I kind of lean in.
Wait, you guys didn't actually get your pasta?
No, we did.
Okay.
Yeah, we got our pasta.
We'll say that happened.
Do you want to describe what kind of pasta you got?
Yeah. Yeah, Kudos, you go first. What kind of pasta you got, my man?
Fettuccine.
Ooh.
Alfredo.
Okay.
All right.
I got a nice spaghetti and meatballs, but the meatballs are pork. With a little bit of Parmesan on
specific.
top. Yeah, and there's some bell peppers in there as well.
Okay.
We sit down at the table. I want to lean in and want to say, hey, I know we're here for the pasta and everything, but the real reason we're here, I want to see if I can scan the room and see if I can find any mentions or hints to where the pasta gym might be hidden.
The pasta gym, I'm sorry?
Gym. G-E-M. That's the reason.
Where's Pasta Jim?
The pasta gym. It's the whole reason we're here. We're here to heist the pasta gym.
Yeah.
You scan the room. Give me a wisdom check real quick.
13.
13. Okay, you scan the room. Luckily, you are good at wisdom, so you get a little bit of bonus to that.
Nice.
You scan the room, you look around, and there is a shifty waiter who's got an eye patch on, and he seems to go to this like employees only door. He looks around. Give me a dexterity check real quick. We're gonna see how well you can hide yourself.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. When he glances around to make sure nobody's looking at him, and he looks at you, your head darts back to go back to eating the pasta as if you don't suspect a thing. And then you dart back after he's done looking around. He looks very shifty, and he slowly pushes open the door, but quickly closing it behind him.
Oh, he's up to something.
Wait, can we make it canon? Tom in the chat just posted that the owner of the place is called Pasta Jim. Can we make that like the thing? Can we make that
and
official?
He owns the Pasta Jim.
Yeah.
I describe this newfound information to my compatriots and point out the door in particular and say we need to get in that door somehow. We need to figure out some kind of plan.
I get some more pasta.
Okay.
Okay.
All
right. You pile up on pasta. I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution check real quick.
It's too much.
Okay, I got 16.
16. Okay, with your negative Constitution, that's going to be a little bit lower, but it's still enough. You're starting to pile in. Your belly starts to feel a little bit full, but you're all right. You could probably handle like another plate of pasta.
Okay, I get another plate of pasta.
Oh, okay.
You're pushing the pasta a little bit.
No.
We are here for a job.
You are piling up, and I'm going to need you to make a Constitution check with disadvantage. So we're going to roll 2 dice and take the lower number.
Okay, 1 second. I got to adjust this for 2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got a 2.
A 2.
Oof.
You are stuffing your face and you feel full. Your belly is about to burst.
But I kind of enjoy that situation with pasta sometimes.
Not when you've still got a heist left to do though.
Yeah, we have a heist.
Okay, I stop eating the pasta.
We gotta hit this boat lick.
Well, I'm getting ready to hit this boat lick.
We're going to do that. I'm going to sidle over very kind of sneakily like and just kind of casually like lean on the wall next to the door that Pastor Jim went into and see if I can't, if there's any locks or anything I need to do to get in here.
Now, does anyone else follow Kudos?
I do, and I split ways with him because I want to go talk and get some intel from one of the chefs in the kitchen.
Chefs in the kitchen. Okay.
I go up to the cashier and ask her where the pizza gem is.
Okay. Okay, what's the pasta gem? So that's not even the fucking right thing.
First, let's go to Kudos. Kudos, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity check for me to try and see how stealthily you move.
You're not going to believe this, but it's another nat 20.
Hey, you move in, and yes, indeed, there is a lock on the door.
Oh my God.
I just have to point out, I've got D&D this Sunday. There's no way I'm going to roll all these 20s again. I think I'm burning them all on this. Okay, I see there's a lock. What kind of lock?
It is a very basic lock, just your typical like hook over the top.
Sure. Okay.
But you also know that no one has suspected a thing from you, and especially with Doplex and Rigatoni going and distracting pretty much all the other employees with their shenanigans, no one's paying attention to you.
Fantastic. I'm gonna look around and see if anyone here has like any jingling keys hanging off the back of their belt or something.
Yes, you do see a large trucker kind of sitting in one of the booths.
Wait, I have a question
tables.
though.
Yeah.
What did the cashier say?
We'll get to that later. This is the trouble with splitting the party is I have to split attention between three people.
Answer my key question, and then we'll go to the others.
So yes, there is a guy who's a trucker who's haphazardly left his keys hanging out of his pocket. You can give me another dex check to try and sneakily take them.
Does it seem like the sort of thing, like you say he's a trucker though, but like these keys even be for this restaurant, or does he look like
probably
he works?
not? But you could take them.
I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit and just see who walks around. See if
you don't want to pick the lock or anything.
Do I have lock picking tools on me? I suppose I do if we're doing a heist.
I'd say you have basic general bits and bobs on you, but
okay, I'll try to pick the lock.
Okay, well, we can come back to that after. Let's say Kudos or Doplex or Rigatoni. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
All right, Doplex. Where did you go again? You went to.
All right. Yeah, so I went back to the kitchen to go talk to the chef.
Mm-hmm. You see that it is a very large man who is
Okay.
happily ordering away his fellow sous chefs and cooks to, fix up some food. And he notices you come in. Hey, you're not supposed to be in here.
I tell him, yeah, I am actually. I'm here to I'm here to just inspect every room and just make sure your drop ceilings are okay. I'm an inspector, so I have to go in every single room in this restaurant.
Oh, give me a charisma check.
Okay.
He did spec into charisma, so this could be good.
Oh! Guess what I got? I got a
19.
Very good. You notice the chef kind of his eyebrows rise and his eyeballs kind of go wide. Oh, inspector! Okay, everyone, make sure this place is nice and clean for the inspector. And he just kind of gestures over for you to do your business, and he leaves you be.
Right. Awesome. Wait, so now I have access to every room?
At least the kitchen.
Okay.
The chef glances back at you every now and then, but you pretty much have free reign of the kitchen now.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, cool. All right. I go to the furthest most. I go to the wall that is next to where we need to be.
Okay.
And I'm charging up my elephantitis super punch, but it's gonna take a while. So Rigatoni, you go ahead.
All right, Rigatoni, you're at the cashier at the front of the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say? What are you doing?
Oh, I say, where's the pasta gem?
Well, no, hold on. Originally you said, where's the pizza gem? You can't change it now.
So one more time, how do you spell pasta gem? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm asking where the gem is. I'm not asking where the manager is.
Oh, gem, like a precious jewelry.
Diamond.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The thing we're here for?
Okay, so you say that to her, and her eyebrows narrow. She knows exactly what you're talking about, but she tries to feign ignorance. Sir, and she looks very annoyed at you since you and your group have caused so much trouble. But she tries to feign ignorance, and you can tell.
Okay.
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no gems. I mean, I've got some rings on and this necklace, but I don't know what you mean.
Okay, so I noticed that one of those rings has a pasta-shaped jewel on it. So
interesting.
Wait, are you saying she's in possession of the gem?
I start to suspect that.
This you have to ask the DM. You can't.
Yeah, you can't just say I see a dragon in the restaurant. Like, okay. Like, it's like no, I'm in control of the world. I'm the DM.
I beat the game.
You have to ask if she's wearing any pasta thing.
You can ask what her jewelry looks like.
Okay, okay, never mind. I shoot her in the head.
What? What? Like with a gun?
Yeah.
We have guns.
That seems like important information that we should have established beforehand.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know how to play this at all, so I don't know the rules.
You can attack her if you so wish,
using your bare fists.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like a poor choice at this situation.
Or you can romance her.
Yeah,
you can romance her.
Turn on some of that Lars charm.
Oh yeah, can I? Yeah. Is there a romance subplot here? Or
I mean, you can try to, I don't know, use your charisma in some way. Some people like to seduce. Some people like to persuade.
Oh, I have high charisma, I think, right?
You do. Yes, okay. You do. You have spec into charisma.
Okay, because she is kind of hot, so I kind of want to go on a date with her. Can I? What's the action here?
You don't know that either. You have to ask her.
So if you're not good at role playing out seducing, you can just roll for it and like just say how it plays out.
Okay, but I don't know if she's hot. So the question I ask her is, are you sexually attractive?
No, you ask JoCat that.
Well, you can ask me.
Or you could ask her, I suppose.
Yeah, JoCat, are you sexually attractive?
I like to think so. But if you would like a description of her, she is fairly tall. She's about 6 feet. Maybe wide. Maybe a few inches. She's got large arms, and you can tell she's athletic.
Okay, I'm into
And-
tall chicks, so this is
Okay.
Also, she's missing 2 eyes.
Yes, I didn't describe literally every single facial feature, so those ones that I omitted, she obviously doesn't have.
Yeah. She says no eyes.
She's
no
just
eyes or nose.
arms. Just arms.
Floating.
She's the
Geo
Wii
dude.
Fit trainer. She's
Oh.
the Wii Fit trainer.
I always thought she was kind of hot.
Incredibly fit, incredibly tall,
Yeah.
but no face.
I would go out with a Wii Fit trainer.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You wouldn't?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
she doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Well, what's going on here? Are you
we need to-
fucking her? Are you
let's-
punching
Yeah,
her?
so
What's
would you
happening?
Let's
would you
speed
like
this up.
to seduce the Wii Fit cashier?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, give me a charisma check.
Okay. Wait, am I rolling 2 dice or 1?
Just one.
Okay, I got a 15.
A 15, and you spec into charisma, so that's pretty good. You compliment her.
Oh.
You ask where the gems are, and then she says that she doesn't know what you're talking about. And you say something about redirects it that she, in fact, is the gem that you're looking for.
Ah.
Oh.
She blushes a little bit, but tries to pretend as if that didn't make an impact on her. And you sigh and talk about, how sweet the sauce is, the pasta sauce is, and that you would like to swim in her sauce. And
As you do, yeah.
she seems a little bit flustered and distracted by you. She is.
I want you to pee on me.
So yeah, she is distracted where otherwise she would have been trying to look around on where your friends are. Kudos. Stealth has been made easier for you now that the
Oh, thank you,
cashier
Lars.
is distracted.
Awesome.
Oh.
Fuck.
So back to
yes.
Kudos. You would like to pick the lock, yeah?
Yes, please.
You can roll me another dexterity.
2.
All right, with a 2, you pick the lock, and you do manage to pick it successfully. However, the lock pick breaks, and the lock itself has an alarm, and it goes off.
Oh no.
Whip, whip,
Oh,
whip,
no.
whip, 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 whip,
Fuck.
whip, whip,
I think
whip,
it was a
Oh,
simple
no.
one.
the entire restaurant can hear it.
Uh-oh.
Duplex!
Well,
Initiate
luckily,
phase 5.
I've been charging up my elephantitis punch this entire time.
All right, give me a strength roll with advantage. So we're rolling 2
All
dice
right.
and taking the higher one.
Ooh. All right. The higher one is 13.
13. You have spec into strength. So you punch it, and the door flies open.
Hell
And
yeah.
behind it, you can see the eye-patched man is in a cult-like robe along with about 5 other members, and they are praying to a glowing and floating gem in the center of the room. And inside the gem, you can see that it looks like it's got a bunch of noodles and pasta sauce like flowing inside of it.
That's it.
They turn
Can I-
their
I
heads
wanna-
to you, and sorry, Kudos, what would you like to do?
I was going to say I'm going to kick down the door or maybe just open it. normally.
Okay, yeah, you can. It's
I'm-
unlocked, so you can just open it. You unlocked it.
Okay, I'll open it, but very dramatically,
Yes.
and also burst into the room.
You burst into the room. You see your friend Doplex right next to you, and these 5, let's say, cultists, pasta cultists, who turn to you and are ready to throw hands. And I'm going to need everyone, including Rigatoni, to roll initiative. So you're just going to roll a straight dice, and once again, the higher numbers are going to go first.
All right. I got a
4.
16.
16 for who was that said 16?
That was me.
Doplex. Okay.
Doplex.
16. Kudos has a 4.
See, I also got a 16.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
So Rigatoni's actually going to go first because he's spec'd into Dex, so he would naturally have
oh.
higher initiative.
Okay. So what do I need to do?
So on now that combat has started, you have your turn, which you can do a full action and a bonus action. A full action is things like attacking people, doing most skill checks, basic casting spells. You don't have spells, but basically doing crazy maneuvers and things that would require your attention would be full actions. And bonus actions are for simple things like maybe like throwing something in your hand away or shouting something at someone. And you also have 30 feet of movement that you can use for free, regardless of your action or bonus action.
Okay.
So Rigatoni, you are at the front desk, and the loud alarm noise has, alarmed everyone. And the cashier stops locking eyes with you and gets startled. What's going on? What's that?
I pull out a trash bag and start piling rigatoni into it.
All right.
That's been your ulterior motive this whole time.
I just want to
You don't
bust
even
a
care about
man.
the gem.
So you
What a
just start
boss.
piling rigatoni into this bag, and let me see. Give me a dex check to see how much you can grab into the bag.
Okay, how many dice?
Just one.
Okay, I got a 4.
A 4. It's slippery rigatoni, and you grab them by the handful as best you can, but you only fill the bag a little bit.
That's okay. It's free pasta.
Yeah, and you can always grab more on your next turn.
Okay.
Okay, next is Doplex. You are in the
Yes.
room with 5 cult members surrounding the pasta gem.
Okay. All right. So what I want to do is I want to grab one guy by the legs, and I
Mhm.
want to like spin around really hard and hit the other 4.
Okay, that's going to require a very high strength check. So
Yeah.
give me a strength check.
All right.
Don't fuck this up, Doplex.
I got a 13.
13. Okay. With your bonus, you are able to pick up one guy, spin him around, and throw him. However, it doesn't knock over everyone, but it knocks over one other guy. They
Okay.
are both bashed and fall to the ground
Bowling
prone,
pin sounds.
and they are now knocked out. You now have 3 more
Nice.
cult members to deal with.
Okay.
Now, anything else you would like to do on your turn?
I could do something else.
Well, I would say that's your full action. You still have a bonus
Okay.
action and your movement.
Okay. I want to start charging up just in case.
Okay, charging up a punch. All right.
Yeah.
I'll say that can be a bonus action.
Okay.
And then next are going to be the cultist turn. The 2 cultists
Damn.
are going to try and go attack at you. And now I realize that I didn't give you guys armor classes. But that's
I'd
okay.
say 12 or 13 or something kind of
Yeah,
basic.
so I'll take your stats into account. So kudos, you're going to have the average, which is 10. Doplex, since you have a lack in dex, your armor class is actually going to be lower. I'll say 8.
Okay.
So they go
That's fair.
to attack you guys, trying to shove you guys out of the way. Shit, my dice. Hold on, I'm trying to roll dice on my desk. Okay, 1 goes to throw a punch at Kudos. Luckily, Kudos, you dodge out of the way. Actually, you're both lower in dex, but luckily they didn't make it. Another one tries to punch at you, Doplex, and this one socks you right in the jaw, breaking your concentration. Your fist
Ow.
is no longer charging.
Ouch.
And
My balls.
the eye patch man starts to charge his own punch. This is a technique. This is a very similar technique to you, Doplex. You are familiar with this.
No.
Oh, no. He's your dad.
Oh.
Next, Kudos, it's your turn.
Can I see if there's any fire extinguishers or other heavy objects like on the wall next to me?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of debris in there. Like there's plenty of objects in this room.
I want to pick up like a fire extinguisher or something heavy and metal, and I
Mhm.
want to fucking dome the guy next to me.
Okay, that's going to require a strength check.
All right. 16.
16. Okay, yes, you pick it up. You dome the guy that tried to punch you. It makes a dent in the fire extinguisher, and he is knocked out cold.
Okay, sick. I'm gonna now that I see that Dopix has been his concentration's been broken. I know this isn't really technically part of my turn. I'm gonna see if you'll allow it. I'm gonna just try and chuck him the fire extinguisher to use on his turn.
I'm gonna say that throwing a weapon will be another full action, which you do not
Okay,
have.
that's fair. That's fair. I will. That is my turn then.
Okay,
It's okay.
so the round restarts, and back to Rigatoni. You are still at the buffet with a bag that is filled a little bit with pasta, Rigatoni pasta.
Okay,
What do you do?
Kind of keen to have sex with this Wii Fit trainer.
I thought you were gonna say the pasta.
Okay,
Puts
So-
his dick in the garbage bag.
Okay, that can be another charisma check.
Anything under less than a 20 is not going to be accepted.
Wait, is that a rule?
That is a roll. Yes, roll me a charisma.
No, is that a rule that it only works if it's 20?
Oh well, no.
It could be.
It's just he's saying it probably like that. The difficulty class to meet is determined by the DM.
Okay. I got an 18.
18,
Ooh.
and you spec into charisma. You start to run to the door with your pasta bag, and the Wii Fit trainer stops you there, and she's got tears in her eyes. She's She's confused. What's going on? What are you doing with that pasta? And you grab her by the shoulders and you tell her, come with me. Let's get away from here, from this pasta gem nonsense. And you can see that tears start to wallow in where her eyes would be. And she's sniffing, but where will we get more pasta? What about all my friends here? And you say, don't worry. I am the sauce to your noodles. And
I've got all the pasta we'd ever need right here.
And you jump in. She extends her arms. You jump into her arms, and she carries you bridal style and starts to run away. And you have a happy life together. Congratulations.
Awesome. That was great.
Oh, that's nice.
However, you have left your two friends back at the restaurant, all to fend on their own.
Well, they seem to kind of have a handle on this.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you actually
We're in a
don't.
different
You haven't
room.
seen what's going on. You just heard the alarm started getting pasta, and then like took the cashier and left.
We're dealing with cultists here.
So next,
All right, well,
Doplex.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah.
All right.
Anything else you wanted to do, Rigatoni? Or are you?
Okay,
are you
I have
good?
another option. Another action.
Well, I mean, anything else? Like, are you satisfied with running off with the Wii Fit trainer cashier?
How would you rate your D&D experience?
Oh, 10 out of 10 at that point.
Okay, so you're happy with that outcome then?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Doplex. Back to your turn.
All right. So I grab a chef's knife.
Oh.
And I am aiming it directly for the guy with the eye patch. I'm aiming for his forehead. I want to stab him directly
Aim
in
for
the
his
brain.
eye.
So
Patch.
that's actually going to be a dexterity check since you're throwing a weapon, or rather
Okay.
throwing a finesse weapon.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Let's see. I rolled a 1.
Oh, no.
Oh,
You
damn it.
you throw it, and it pings off of the wall and into a candle that falls down into a bucket of cooking oil.
Oh.
Oh, no.
It lights ablaze. The entire
Oh, no.
room is now on fire.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna need both Doplex and Kudos to make Constitution checks.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Well, thankfully, I have.
You are
high
good. You are
constitution.
good at Constitution.
I do only roll a 7, though.
A
I rolled
7.
an 18.
18. Okay, so
God damn it.
Doplex, you hold your breath as the fire starts to eat up all the oxygen in there. You are fine for a decent amount of time. However, Kudos, you're running out of air fast, and you feel as though if you stay in here for too much longer, you are going to run out of air and you're going to get knocked out.
Yeah. Okay.
So with that, next is going to be the cultist turn, which there's only one, and the eye patch guy. The one left goes to try and attack you once again. Kudos.
Okay.
Ooh, and he knocks the wind out of you.
No.
God damn, I'm having a fucking bad
Yeah,
time.
you're
right
having
now.
a bad time. You feel as though you are like one more bad hit and you're probably out, especially with the lack of oxygen because of the fire.
Mm.
And it's also getting pretty warm in there.
Uh-oh.
And the eye patch guy has finished charging up his punch. And it is a familiar punch that Doplex, you know this method. You train
I
the
know
same
this
way.
move.
I know this move, yes. And he goes to punch at you. And you catch it with your fist.
Oh.
Yes.
And you look at this guy eye to eye. You guys went to the same martial arts training.
Because it's his dad. I'm telling you.
So now it's
That's,
Kudos'
that's
turn.
what the twist is going to be. Okay, so I'm running
Kudos,
out of breath.
I say you can probably last one more turn in here before you pass out.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I've also been dinged.
Mhm.
Are we doing opportunity attacks if I try to run away from this guy?
You can always disengage. Use
That's
your
true.
action.
You know what? I also have a fire extinguisher in my hand.
You do have a fire extinguisher in your hand.
Oh.
I'm going to attempt to extinguish this fire and also try and maybe spray these cultists in the face with it at the same time. Kind of just generally coating the room, but like
Just
aiming at
engulf
them
the
as
room.
I go around. See if
All
I
right.
can't disorient them in the process.
So let's see if you know how to use this fire extinguisher. Give me an intelligence check,
Okay.
which you are bad at.
Yep. 4.
So this is an Italian fire extinguisher, which means it's built a little bit different.
different. It's made of pizza.
Italian fire
And
extinguisher.
you hold it up and you spray it, and you spray, because of you don't know how to orient the nozzle, you actually spray yourself in the face.
And it's also all pasta sauce.
Yeah, yeah. However, you do put out a little bit of fire behind you as you sprayed yourself, and it
That's
does
nice.
help the ventilation
Clears
a little
up a little bit.
and there's a little bit more air in the room. Luckily,
Okay, could I last a bit longer then?
yes, you can. You have bought yourself one
Okay.
more turn in the room.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, that is my turn.
Next, Rigatoni, while you're running off with this athletic broad, how you doing?
I'm living happily ever after.
Happily ever after. Okay,
He's disengaged from this whole scene.
All right, so
Yeah.
do you wish to leave combat then?
Oh, I have to do that specifically?
Well, I'm giving you the prompt in case there's any last things you want to do, because some people they make these choices and they don't realize that. Oh, I left combat. There were a few more things I wanted to do. You know.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm just letting you know that this will be the end of this encounter for you, and probably the end of your story in this little session.
Okay. So, can I ask my other teammates if there's anything they would want me to do, or?
I mean, you don't have to
I
if you don't want.
I feel like we're about to wrap up here. I think you've got
Mhm.
you've got the happiest ending so far. I'm curious to see what our ending's going to be.
Can I get some more pasta?
Now he's getting greedy.
Yeah, I'll say while your new bride to be picks you up bridal style, you're like you stop her and you go wait, and you hold up your bag, and she gives you a smile like she knows exactly what you're saying, and she takes the bag herself and just like in one fell swoop.
swoop.
Yeah, one
there we
fell swoop. Just picks up, just like with the bag, the rest of the rigatoni pasta tray, and runs off with the bag over her shoulder, like Santa. You
And
run
you
off.
on the other shoulder.
Yep, and you on the other shoulder, and you run off, and you have left combat. Congratulations, you have
Congratulations.
made the Wii Fit
Yes.
trainer your girlfriend, I guess.
All right.
Meanwhile, Kudos and I are balls
Yeah,
deep in
now
this
back
battle.
to Doplex. Doplex, you
All right.
notice that the guy who socked Kudos actually has passed out of lack of air because
Okay.
of the fire, and now it's just
Fantastic.
you.
We did it.
Just you and the eye patch guy.
Okay. All right. So I attempt a move I've never done before. I reel back both of my elephantitis fists, right? And I want to basically like completely clap this guy's head like flat. I want to kill him.
Discombobulate.
I want to just
Yep.
come together and just smash his head
All right.
as hard as I possibly can.
Give me a strength check then. Just a normal
All right.
strength check. Just one.
I rolled an 8.
8. You clap him in the sides of his head with both your hands. You can see he's in pain. He holds them. He's probably got ringing in his ears. He's not quite down, but he is distracted and reeling.
Right.
And that is actually going to skip his turn and go to Kudos. Kudos, there's no one else left except you and the eye patch guy and the gem floating in the center of the room.
Ooh,
We could do it.
Grab the gem. Is that what you're saying, Doe, please?
Yeah. Let's see if we can just grab the gem and get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna run it. See if I can run past this guy since he's disoriented.
Yeah.
And attempt to just grab the gem.
Yep, you hold the gem. It's slippery and has a thin, like, membrane of pasta sauce on it.
That's how I imagined it.
Yeah, it is about palm size. And now you have
Ooh,
the
it's-
pasta gem. Congratulations.
We've completed our task. I guess that was my action.
Yep. What else
All
you
right.
want to do?
Does this gem grant me any special abilities, or is it literally just a pasta gem?
Well, I guess you can try things and find out.
I'm gonna try and aim it at the eye patch man, see if that does anything, and
Okay.
whisper a secret Italian phrase in it.
All right. You
You
hold
say
the
so
gem.
long, gay Bowser.
You hold the gem up
long, Bowser.
towards the eye patch man, and it starts to glow a bright yellow. And out from the tip of it bursts out just an avalanche of noodles and meatballs and pasta, and it just buries him. And you just hear his muffled screams.
That's gonna be the worst way to die. God damn.
Well done. You have defeated all the cultists, and you are out of combat. And the place
Yeah.
is still
And we
on
have
fire,
the-
though.
Oh.
Let's just run. Oh wait, I'm gonna cast pasta sauce on the fire.
You hold the gem up, and it sprays a bunch of pasta sauce onto the fire, dousing it out. Well done.
Fantastic.
We did it.
All right, we did it.
You now have the pasta gem and an unlimited source of pasta.
And power.
And power. The most important thing.
You see that there are a few of the tenants kind of looking into the door, wondering what's going on, because all the employees are either knocked out or married off.
So
or dead.
Or covered in pasta.
So the moral of the story here is with great pasta comes great responsibility.
So I assume you leave, you take your spoils and you escape the facility as quickly some unknowing police arrive at the situation and fire department as the building is on fire, and they start to tend to it, not paying any mind to you guys as the rest of the civilians are running from the place as well. And congratulations, you have finished the pasta heist.
Yeah, we did it.
Amazing. That was one of the best D&D campaigns I've ever done. Thank you, JoCat.
That was really good.
That was awesome.
That was my first D&D campaign, and I can't say that I can safely say that I'm happy that this is my first one.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It's technically your second, right? Because the first one is Dungeons and Doplex.
Yeah, but that one didn't count. This one was better.
Okay.
This is quite a bit more like actual D&D. Yeah, very impressed with your ability to throw that together on the fly. That was awesome.
So, and riddle me this: like, how close was that to like a functioning like normal game?
Oh, very close.
Okay,
like that's basically real D&D. Aside from the fact that you guys were rolling ability checks, which some DMs like to do rather than skill checks, that was basically D&D.
Yeah,
cool.
It was pretty much on the money. So well, obviously without like getting into the nitty gritty of like health and spells and all that sort of thing.
I had some simplified health tracking and stuff on my end. Like there's a few more things real D&D has. Like we would have made more in-depth characters beforehand, like given you equipment, made you pick classes and abilities and things like that.
And we would have all like had specific like characters we were playing.
At its barest essence, you guys just played real D&D.
How does it feel? Do you feel dirty now?
Oh yeah.
You'll be coming back. You'll be coming back for more. Yeah, that's that was super fun. Thank you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for taking us through it.
Yeah,
you make an excellent DM.
Thank
That's
you.
what it's called, right? DM. Yeah, you're a great DM.
Thank you.
And you know what? And an even better guest. How about that?
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, don't give me too much credit. I missed that one, and I almost missed this one.
Wait.
Well, you made up for it.
Right. I probably would have missed this one as well if I wanted to.
Also, Joe, can you do a favor for me real quick? Can you say something that we can insert in the beginning where it's like, for people who come and listen to it because they see a link from you or something and are confused, can you put something where it's like, oh yeah, actually I'm on here, just not at the beginning? Because we recorded for about 15 minutes before you showed up.
Say you rolled for stealth and you rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
It worked.
What up, nerds? I'm actually in this thing, but I didn't show up because I forgot, because I'm bad at keeping track of schedules and stuff. But I am in this just like 15 minutes later. And I run a rad pasta-themed D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Stick around for that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You're watching Disney Channel.
Well, JoCat, thanks for coming on, bud.
Oh, thanks for having me, and thanks for being so forgiving of my non-promptness.
Oh, no, dude, you were good.
We can't stay mad at you.
You crushed it. Yeah, absolutely crushed it.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun, man. Thank you for popping my D&D cherry.
Oh yeah, of course.
In my ass, yeah.
Dude, new players are always fun to, like, some people get frustrated that new players don't know the rules and stuff, but like, you don't need to know that many rules. And I love new players because they always try weird random shit, and it's always interesting.
You're kind of testing things out,
the waitress,
because you don't even realize you can do it. And then it's just like, yeah, you can. All right, let's do it.
That's honestly the coolest part of D&D is like, can I do X? And it's like, well, roll some dice and see if you do.
You also realize, once you get into D&D, you realize every video game has just been trying to be D&D for like the last 30. Like every, like World of Warcraft, all the spells in it are all based on D&D spells. Like any fantasy game is literally just a reskin of D&D within
Arcane
the
missile,
limitations.
just magic missile.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like some of them are just identical. Like
Yeah.
they don't even try and
You'd
rename
be
it.
surprised how many like spells in lots of intellectual properties are just lifted straight from D&D with no changing in name.
Yeah. No, it's hilarious. So it's definitely cool to be like, okay. And then it makes sense as well where it's like all these role-playing games, they're trying to evoke that freedom and that sense that D&D gives you, that, but obviously within the limitations of a video game. And we're slowly getting closer and closer to that feel. You'll never truly get it.
No, because a
unless
video game can't improv.
No, exactly. Well, not until AI
Not
takes
until
over,
we
perhaps.
reach singularity.
Yeah, maybe someday.
By the way, guys, this is running pretty long, so I'm actually going to have to head out like right after this. So we got to kind of wrap it up.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. You've been listening to, wait, no, someone else do this, but.
You've been listening to the first podcast. Subscribe on YouTube if you're listening to it on there. youtube.com/the first podcast. Or if you're on YouTube right now, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Really helps us a lot. Donate on patreon.com/T1 podcast if you want to get bonus episodes of the show, a funny roll on the server, a patron-only chat, a platonic kiss from Doplex, and more.
Yeah. You want this kiss?
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
We'll catch you on the next one. Oh! I am recording my audio for free. You can catch the subscription version over at podcast.t1.com/patreon/gov.
That's the one.
Yeah.
One of those combinations will work.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, wait.
Did we
Are
clap?
we doing
I
that?
clapped.
Oh, can we do it again?
Oh, yeah. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One.
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Wait.
All right, so, Lars, you do the countdown.
That's going to be super scuffed, but
Do one more.
oh well.
Do,
All right, one
do
more.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
All right.